All right, everybody. We got a whole string of live streams that we've done and shows. It's all been brought to you by this guy at Redline. You know him. This is Robyn Markland. If you don't know him, Robyn is the brains and the brand, the person behind the brand of Redline. And if you don't know Redline, it's a shipping company. But Robyn, like,
this is more than that.
This has become like a lifestyle brand, man. Like, it's I say that almost tongue in cheek. But it's very serious, and you've done a great job. If you look around, there's Redline shirts all through the show. I know you do a lot to sponsor the show, but you got cool stuff for everyday life too, and both like say lifestyle stuff, but also really practical stuff. Thought we show some off today.
Awesome, I appreciate that.
Is that cool?
You know, yeah. When I started Redline, I wanted to do more than be just a one-dimensional shipping company. I mean, that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the branding is really important. The marketing is really important. And because of my tie with Reptile Report, supporting other breeders is really important.
Yeah.
And I can support them through shipping and discounts and service and all that. But, you know, we also provide support on the marketing side and on the promotion side, on the mentoring side. I mentor a lot of younger breeders and companies.
This guy right here.
We have business discussions all the time.
Yep.
I want to see what we can do to help people be successful. For real. Your success is my success.
And I know, and I've
right?
seen it. And I hope that I demonstrate that with other people, but I also have to tell people, like, it doesn't have to, I get chills talking about it. It's not one person survives and everybody else dies, and that means you win. It means we build the whole thing and we get nicer shows like this. We get better representation. You have people in that have nothing to do with reptiles whatsoever going, look at this amazing place, versus going, holy there's snakes everywhere. They were blown away. I saw them. They came by, you showed them around. It was great.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love to spread that positivity. I love to work with, just in this show, it's a medium-sized show. It's an excellent show. But there's dozens of breeders here that I've personally worked with, tried to create relationships with, bring them up. They help bring me up. We can brainstorm ideas, how you can do better, how I can do better. Yeah, it's great all around. So I love that aspect. On the lifestyle side, I do love my branding.
You do cool stuff. And can I pull the curtain back at like a walk through the basement or not?
Sure. Yeah, you can.
It's amazing everything that, because I've seen
at my house in my basement. Yes.
That you've experimented with figuring out how to get branded the way you want. Whether it's a powerlifting bar, whether it's your jiu-jitsu gi. I didn't look closely. I won't even say what I said. But anyway.
So you did see my deadlift bar says Redline.
Yeah, and I know that you're like going, okay, somebody's making them. Where do I go that they're making them?
Yeah.
And then what does it cost me to get my name on it? Because I'm going to love it. And maybe the market will love it.
Yeah, you never know.
I love that idea, and I love figuring it out. And it's intriguing. You've opened the whole, like with the patch project, you opened the whole door in my mind to direct Chinese factories.
Yep.
It is a Wild West negotiation. It's a blast working with them.
Yeah, so let me show you. So we did our Redline project, which was our sling bags. And we did the custom exclusive white one here. And then we also do an all black one that's more affordable because this white mountaineering material is an absolute fortune. But yeah, the idea was to make a cool bag that people could wear and like have actual function.
Yeah.
But then I love the idea of doing like a branded patch. For it. So on the Velcro front, you can put different patches of different breeders, your favorite breeders,
tribe, whatever.
And then something like this from Kevin at Sugar Skull. He's got a great. I'm gonna mess up your focus here.
Yeah, no, just cover the eyes.
But he's got a great patch and a great design, and so he was able to make this cool PVC patch. It's actually one of my favorites.
Yep.
And it's less than $1 for him to make this.
Right. Yeah.
He can pass them out for free. He can sell them for $1. He can include them with his outgoing shipments.
Yeah.
But it's a way for Kevin to share his branding, his name, and his company and his hard work with everybody else. So it's just another easy way to reach his audience and to grow his audience. And it's all incorporated into our bags. So, we must have 200 different patches that folks have done.
I found that people get really creative with these as well. So what I do is like the tie strings of a snake bag. I slap the Velcro on the back, and so it becomes a custom bag. But then next time I'll see somebody was hanging it from their rearview mirror,
No kidding.
Somebody was putting it on the top of their laces, just like I had done on the custom bag. So it's
Cool.
It's a cool way to keep your name, and it's just fun, and it's cheap. It's so cheap.
And that makes it easy, right? You have a low bar to entry,
Right.
low bar to participation. It's not a $3,000 marketing project or commitment.
Right.
For literally $200, you can do 100 patches, fully custom to you, and help spread your own, brand and your own work.
And on the reorder, it comes in almost half because you had to do the machining setup.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for tooling and everything else. So this happens to be the first time looking at the new white bag. This is the new model. It's a little bit bigger than our first sling
some
bag.
of the features on it.
Yeah, it has two different big main pockets. This one has, with most of the bag, it comes stuffed with a bunch of patches from, 4 dozen different breeders. And then, so this has more features and stuff. It's a little bit bigger. And then this one has, the new bags have a movable strap. So you can wear it like a fanny pack style, or there's the hooks up here on either side. So you can wear it like a purse carry if you want to carry a purse. Or you can just move one over here, and then when you wear it crossbody, it sits nice and square.
That's how I had mine set up.
Diagonal. It's dope, yeah. So these have been a huge hit. I'm super stoked about it. They've been really well received. My sister-in-law Janelle here at our booth has been selling them like crazy here at the show. I've had to go re-up a couple of times on inventory.
Okay, nice.
Because she keeps selling them out on me. So I'm thrilled about that. These are our new free swag, which is fans.
Yeah.
So we're world famous at this point for giving away back scratchers at the show.
Yeah.
And we've literally gone through 20,000 back scratchers.
That's crazy.
Over the past year, just 1 year.
Right.
People love back scratchers, but I wanted to do something a little different. And for like summer shows, actually like a little functional.
Yeah.
So we got these little collapsible fans, and they're fantastic.
And they pack up like they do.
Yeah. They fold up real
Do you know
small.
how to do it? Or you have your moves?
I know how to do it to make it small.
You can flick them out. It's kind of a little like.
Yeah, well, you got me under pressure here.
There it is.
So yeah, it clips into there, and then you pull it.
There you go.
I'm glad that went through.
It's a very fulfilling sound when it pops too.
And then again, back to branding, back to getting your name out there. This keeps people cool at the shows. Great. But it's literally like a sign. People are carrying around their stuff and waving around. I love it. And you know what's great? The back scratches are super cheap. I give them away free. So thankfully they're super cheap. This thing is, again, we went to China, found the factory. I'm happy to share the info with anybody who wants. And this is less than $250 to make this, right?
Brilliant. Yeah.
And so again, you have a way to give away some kind of promo product. It's got your brand. It's got your logo. It actually has use. People enjoy it.
Yeah.
And the bang for the buck on the marketing dollar is unbeatable. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for $0.25 a piece, man.
Yeah.
I almost wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna have to check that out now.
You got proper royals.
Yeah, exactly. Minnesota summer,
Yeah, for sure. And you'll get them just in time for winter.
That's right. Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to show you.
Yeah.
Kind of a first reveal.
Okay. I'm excited about this, and from a logistics, storage, not wasting space, being efficient. I love this. What you got?
Yeah, and honestly, the only people that are going to be really excited about it are like reptile nerds.
Yeah,
like it's still just a deli cup, but let's be excited about it.
Right.
So
but I think it has good innovations.
Yeah. So we started doing square delis maybe late last year.
Mm-hmm.
There are square delis on the market. And we wanted to start using them with shipping boxes.
Yeah.
Right? Because theoretically, a square deli in a square box makes sense. But the ones that were established they're really tarantula cups.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a little door on the top
to
flip top for feeding and stuff. And the size is a little wonky. Like the small one is too small for a ball python baby.
Yeah.
It's good for corn snake baby. But, there's so many ball python folks. You want a cup that will fit a ball python baby. And then they weren't idealized for the size of a box.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer.
And what about
Now, the key thing was the vent holes. So in our normal round delis that everybody uses, the 4-inch delis, 6-inch delis, they do have vented holes, which is important.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to manually punch the
You
holes.
can't sit there and punch them at the shows.
You literally have to manually punch the holes. Even if we sell a case of 500 delis, somebody has handled each deli and punched holes in it. So we went with the tarantula cups, use a different kind of plastic material and a different molding process where the holes can be included in the mold. They're super tiny,
Right.
but there's also a lot of them.
A ton of them.
Yeah.
Probably
So you
40
get-
aside, yeah.
Probably 50
aside, okay.
Yeah. They're super tiny. But because there's so many, you still get plenty of ventilation. But because it's based for tarantula and like small invertebrate type stuff, they're actually so small that fruit flies can't get out.
Wow.
That's why there's
I didn't know
that small.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
So-
thoughtful.
I said, hey, let's take that pretty good square cup and make it better.
There you go.
I want a square cup that will fit a ball python baby.
Mm-hmm.
I still want the pre-punched holes that are in the mold, so we don't have to manually do them. And then I want to make a square cup that fits the shipping box. Again, the shipping box is square.
Yeah.
Let's, instead of using a circular cup
Right.
that you're losing space, let's use a square cup and maximize space. So this is the small version.
Yeah.
And it's 12 ounces.
Mhm.
It's the same size as your small deli cup, the round one,
Yes.
from here to here.
Yep.
Like the width.
The diameter.
But
across, yeah.
you're adding space because you're adding the corners on each
Corners,
side.
yeah.
So it's a little more roomy, actually. Yeah. Then here's the
Hold
thing.
on to that one.
This is a 776 box.
Okay.
Right? Now, a lot of people use the 776 box for like single animal shipments, ball python
That's
shipments.
usually what I ship in, yeah.
But a lot of people also use the 666 box.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's smaller.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure the cup fits the 666.
Ah, okay.
So this cup fits perfectly in the 666.
Right inside it, yeah.
But it also fits the 776, obviously. And so if you can see in there,
Nice.
you're getting more fit and more coverage is for your animals inside the 776. It does fit nicely in the 666. And then even better, you stack them perfectly inside there as well.
Yeah.
So you can maximize how many animals you're getting in the box.
And you're not crushing them in on top
Yeah.
of each other
Yep.
either.
And
like,
yeah,
like you
because-
would with a bag. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
sometimes
get a
you
little
do
bit.
bags. You get animals, one might slither, the other one being on top.
Or poo on the other. Or pee on the
Also,
other.
yes. So people like having delis because of the structural component to it. Or if you're doing baby chameleons,
Yeah.
other fragile geckos and stuff that really need the protection of a cup, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not appropriate to bag.
Right.
So the new square delis, the available next week.
Okay.
They're brand new. We're just now getting them in.
Multiple sizes or just the size?
There's
for right
two
now?
sizes.
Oh yeah. What's the other size?
Two sizes. The other size is a 20 ounce.
Okay.
And if you picture, it's made to fit the 1296 box, which are our next most popular size box.
Yes. Yep. Those I use as
All right.
well.
So now we're just going to have to use our imagination. 1296 is similar, but it's more rectangular.
That's right.
And so the cup is bigger, and it's meant to fit this short wall on the 1296. And so you still have an empty space over here for maybe a larger bagged animal,
Yeah.
but you can stack multiple small animals in the cups, and it fits that perfect span,
Yeah.
which is bigger on the 1296. So you can do slightly bigger animals, maybe. Like a lot of people use 1296 and they're doing like juvenile ball pythons.
I would say,
and
yeah,
stuff.
the 500 gram ball python.
Yeah. That's a little tight fit for 776.
Sure, yeah.
So you bump up. You still have a deli cup that'll work. You still have a square deli cup that'll
Will it
work.
go too high?
It will go too high.
So you could get probably two. I mean, don't quote me on this, but 400 to 500 gram ish, yearling ball pythons in that 1 12x9 without
Oh yeah.
laying and smothering.
And if you did another bag on the side, you could do another animal.
Yeah.
Or you could do a sideways deli on the side.
Yep.
So, sometimes when you're doing multiple animals in a box, one of the things you have to think about is not having them crush each other.
Right.
Or not floating around in the box.
Yeah.
And if there's sometimes you have a challenge of maybe shipping an adult animal and then some babies. That's where the delis and the protective deli comes
That's
in.
pretty cool.
So it doesn't smother
Yeah.
or crush or anything like that. So I'm again, this is nerdy reptile stuff, but I'm very excited about it. I know that you love it. So yeah, for us reptile nerds, a great deli cup is fantastic.
what quantities will we need to buy those in from you if we want those?
Well, we're going to put them in our kits, our shipping kits.
Okay.
So in each shipping kit, you'll get one appropriate size deli.
Okay.
Like the shipping kit number 2 is the 1296,
Yeah.
so you'll get the bigger one.
Okay.
The shipping kit number 1 is the 776, so you'll get this
One of those,
one right
okay.
here. So that'll be included in kits. And then they'll come in sleeves of, I think, 25.
Okay, so it's not you're not saying, hey, you got to order a case of
No.
1,000 of them or whatever.
Well, usually a case might be 300.
Okay.
But yeah, you can order just a single sleeve.
Yeah.
And they'll last a month or a year or whatever.
Yeah, that's great.
And the cool thing is, actually, it still can be used for isopods or tarantulas, to keep them.
Mm-hmm.
The things you learn when you talk to other reptile and industry folks, a lot of the spider guys, when they hatch out the babies,
Yeah.
the slings, right? They'll set them up in the cups right from the start and raise them up to whatever mature spot where they're ready to ship and sell. And then they just take the container and put it in the box and off it goes. Like there's no repackaging for that. So yeah, they can still do that with ours because of the niceness of the vent holes.
Yeah.
It's the same size as the current transfer cup. So I think they're going to be super popular.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think a ton of people are going to be using it.
From a business standpoint, how long did it take you working on those? You've been talking to me about square delis for at least
it's a year.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, we've been working together a little over a year and a half. So I mean, I knew it's been a long time.
Well, because I like the spider ones.
Yeah.
I like the ones that people have.
Right.
But I didn't like the size.
Needed it better. Yeah.
Now there is a catch.
What's that?
The time
Yeah.
that it takes to produce.
Yeah.
And the cost.
You had to pay for the mold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
I think mold's probably $10,000.
Okay. Less than
but
I thought, to be honest.
it's probably a $50,000 or $60,000 commitment.
Okay.
To do a run.
Okay.
So that's also a consideration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's not like, hey, let's do $1,000 and make some cool delis.
Yeah. Let's see how it works. So,
yeah. It's a big bite, but I bet they sell fast. I bet we move through the current transfer cups really fast.
Yeah.
I think these are going to go faster. I'll have another container on the water, I think, within 8 weeks.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I'm
super excited.
That's very cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the? I hear something clicking around. What else you got?
This is a little. I'll put it by the microphone.
Yeah,
so
that everybody can get the full experience there.
It's a little fidget block
Yeah.
that I had made, and it's just 2 pieces that magnetize together. And it's for us nervous Nellies that always want to have something to play with. So my partner Denver Matt and I, we went to a blade show in Atlanta.
What is blade? Like a
Knives.
knife show? Okay, knife show. Yeah, okay.
And it's actually a funny story. So Matt's really into knives. Like I'm into watches and bikes and stuff.
Sure.
He's got hundreds of knives.
Okay.
And so we said, oh, let's go check out the blade show. At the same time, we went and checked out Canova as well.
Yeah.
It's right there in the area. And Bob.
Yeah.
Bob Vu.
It's a good trip.
Yeah, so we went to the blade show, and we're cruising around. And when I go to another trade show, I'm looking for ideas.
You cross-pollinating. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
What does their signage look like?
Yeah.
What does their presentation look like?
Yeah.
What does the booth look like?
Yep.
Is there something I can take? What are the takeaways from the show?
We were
How
talking
can I
about that
do
with the zoo show.
Yeah, Super Zoo.
The Super Zoo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big
Great.
industry show.
Yep.
It's not an animal show, not like live animals.
Yeah, you're not selling pets or,
Right.
or any animals. Yeah.
But yeah, again, branding, signage, communication, the promo stuff that people are doing. So we came across this booth selling knives, and you're not gonna believe it. It was the gecko guy. And me and Matt are like, oh, hey, reptile guy, cool. And he had some shirts and some stickers, but he had these little 3D printed fidgets. Holy cow. It matches my nails right now.
Yeah, you got the racing stripes, yeah.
How cool. How cool is that? I just now realized. Bing. And so he had these cool little fidget blocks that we started messing with.
Yeah.
And it had a cool gecko on the side. And so we immediately jumped to like, fellow herper,
Right.
gecko nerd. We're going to bond. And we're like, all right, cool. These are cool. Hey, what's the gecko connection?
Right.
And he's going to tell us like, oh, I breed cresties or I breed leopard geckos or something. and absolutely nothing. He was like, "Oh, I just thought it was a cool name."
Oh, I thought he actually was a guy. No, that's just his name.
Yeah. He was just like, "Oh, I thought it was a cool name."
Yeah.
And I added a little gecko graphic made up.
It's total made up.
It was like
nonsense.
Like he just popped our balloon. We were like, wah, wah. I mean, he still had cool stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And the one takeaway was the fidget block.
That's cool.
But you're in this completely different environment, and you're like, oh, snake, hey.
Yeah.
And this gecko guy, we're like, oh, let's team it up. Let's shake, let's high five.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I don't know anything about reptiles. I just thought geckos was a cool name. So whatever. But I took away the this little fidget block, and I had 50 of these made. It's 3D printed with magnets inside.
Yeah.
And yes, it keeps my brain busy.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if I'm talking to you or somebody else on video, like when we did our podcast the other day, I always have my scraper in hand.
Yeah.
Because I hold it, and it's a mental thing. It helps me focus.
I'm gonna send you a picture when I get home.
Yeah.
I have a 1-inch steel ball bearing, like a pinball.
Yeah.
I always have that when I'm broadcasting, and then I have springs that I can squeeze and release constantly while I'm doing my show, and that's always on my desk when I do my show.
Yeah, I always keep the thin pencil style scraper from Redline Shipping.
Yes.
The red one, the
Oh
plastic
yeah, I
one.
saw that, mate.
Yeah, I always keep it there, and if I find myself drifting, I grab it and I hold it. What I try and avoid is when I end up like scratching my head with it on video.
Yeah.
Or putting it in my
And then
mouth.
you put it in your mouth. Uh-huh.
And it's like, I don't want people to see me
don't do
being
that.
dopey. You know what's interesting on that tip? If you watch any Kevin McCurley podcasts or lives, he does with his guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's not because he wants to play you a song. It's because as fast as my brain is moving and sometimes jumbled, his is 10 times that.
Yeah.
And so just noodling on the guitar unplugged
Releases it.
Yeah, it helps him focus.
Yeah.
And so every podcast I see, he's got his guitar and he's just kind of blindly fucking away with it while he's doing the interview.
Well, it's the electric unplugged, so you really can't hear it.
You can't hear anything. So, yeah, these little tricks.
You're always busy. I know that. You get really busy. Probably now for the end of the year. Where can people catch you next in person? What fun you got going on? And maybe not even you in person. Where can you catch your Redline crew? Because your team is amazing.
Thank you.
I swear.
I love my staff. I love my team. It's 100% a team effort.
Yeah, I know.
So this is essentially, I guess Daytona was the start of this season.
Yeah.
Shoot, and then go back a couple weeks before that, we had Schaumburg.
Yeah,
so this is when it starts getting crazy.
It's cooking now.
Yeah. So we're here in Denver this weekend.
Yep.
The same weekend, there's a crew in Dallas for NARBC Dallas. We're doing 2 shows this weekend. Okay. Next weekend is Atlanta for the Southeastern Reptile Expo.
Yeah.
Bob Boo's spot.
Friend of the show, absolutely.
And that should be a really good show.
It's going to be great. I'm rooting for Bob. I don't need to root for him. He's going to do it just fine.
He's going to kill it.
I'm going to be happy when he does.
And I've got Tyler and Ed going down to that show.
That's fun.
Show. And then the weekend after that is Charlotte.
Yep.
And that's the same All-American show that is here. Troy and Nick doing that.
Yep.
So, and I love what they're doing. I love the work that they're doing. I love their execution. They're both vendors. They're both breeders. They're so plugged in, I think, to what a vendor or a breeder needs on the show. So their support, their effort, their spirit, and everything is just so great.
I think the presentation, I've been saying on the show, like this is what should represent our industry. Not, I hate to use the word dingy, but we've been to those shows too.
Yep.
And that's not what I want representing our industry. We got enough headwinds, and we need tailwinds. We need momentum. We need this representation here.
And we have so many great folks.
Yeah, there's cool people. There's good people.
So many great folks. And I love, for the All-American shows, I love the plant aspect attitude.
Yeah.
It brings such a great additional theme and more content. The plant vendors, and I love Josh the Frog. He sells a lot of plants.
Yeah.
He's a reptile guy that sells plants. That's one thing, and I support that.
Yep.
But to have actually just like nurseries here.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to do with reptiles.
Yep.
They sell plants that are great for reptiles and setups, But to be able to have actual nurseries and actual plant nerds here, fantastic. It just adds such an additional
I've
value.
seen them buying in though. They'll have sections that say specifically terrarium safe, terrarium. These are perfect for your terrarium. They're leaning into it. And there's a custom terrarium guy here that's got nice stuff. I regret to say I don't know his name, but he's got great stuff too. So we're seeing like buy into the crossover rather than just two different things shoved together.
Yeah, and then it seems to me, is my reality, that every plant vendor here, out of dozens that are here, also has a section just for Nikki, my wife.
Yes.
For her to come take plants home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my home, just from last night, is triply populated with plants from all the stuff she bought yesterday.
It's continuing to do good for the neighborhood. You know?
Yeah,
there you go.
And then she's here again today buying more plants. She got into the whole thing with me yesterday to explain that as much as she loves the carnivorous plants and the carnivorous plant vendors that are here, we can't have those because it's too, is it too cold or too warm? It's too cold in our house.
Oh, in the house.
Yeah. So thank you. There's one whole category of plants that I can't have.
Gone. Out the door.
So she can't buy because it's not appropriate in our house. I actually appreciate that. But she was kicking herself. She was like, oh my God, there's so many great carnivorous plants, all the different fly traps.
And
the
pitcher
plants.
The pictures are beautiful.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need is a whole house full or another room full of just carnivorous stuff.
I saw that you have the special lights just per pot too. Contraptions at home.
Yes.
They'll have Redline logos on them before long though.
No, they won't.
Not for the plant shows?
I encourage her not.
Okay.
As it is.
All right. I'll keep my mouth shut.
But yes, it seems like
it'll be part of our deal.
Look, Nikki was here in April buying plants from the vendors, and she's got this magical thing to her. And when she came back to the show yesterday, the plant vendors gave her hugs. They were like, "Oh my God, Nikki! Whoa, I love you. I missed you. It's great to see you." And I'm just like, wow, how does this work? You saw her for 15 minutes 6 months ago. You remembered her name, and you want to give her a hug. And as she was so thrilled, they wanted to give her discounts on plants.
Hey, she got that sparkle, I will say.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the spark was nice.
The spark, that's right. Robyn.
But we have a lot of plants.
Well, hey, thanks for this whole trip. Thanks for the show here that I know that you're not the one putting it on, but exposing the show to me. It's giving the platform here with Redline, supporting Proper Royals and bringing the content. The interaction's been great with the audience. It gives people like a real day of kind of feel, and I appreciate it. And guys, take care of Redline. You can find codes all over the place. A little Show 60 or Proper 5 if you have already used Show 60.
That's right.
And look, good people doing good things. Reptile people taking care of you all.
And great job for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. It's a bit of a trip for you. But yeah, I love to see you doing spots with all kinds of different vendors and all kinds of different personalities.
It's great connections for me and relationships.
Teamwork makes the dream work, my man.
Sure. All right.
Love it.
Thank you. Robyn, I'll see you soon.
All right.
Thank you so much.
That looks kind of cool.